Have you ever been in a situation where one wrong move, one dangerous step could change everything? Where only your wits stood between life and death? Well, today's story is exactly about that. It's about a clever monkey, a hungry crocodile, and a journey across a river that almost ended in disaster. Deep in a lush jungle, by the edge of a wide, flowing river, grew a magnificent tree laden with the sweetest, juiciest fruits you can imagine. And living in this tree was a quick-witted and agile monkey. Every day, he would swing from branch to branch, feasting on the delicious fruits. Down below, in the cool waters of the river, lived a large crocodile. At first, the crocodile would just watch the monkey, curious about the joyful creature. Soon, the monkey noticed his audience. Being a friendly soul, he started tossing down some of the sweet fruits. The crocodile, who had never tasted anything so delightful, was overjoyed. Day after day, the monkey shared his bounty, and an unlikely friendship began to blossom between the two. They would spend hours chatting, the monkey from his high branch and the crocodile from the water's edge. The crocodile would often take some of the fruits home to his wife. One day, after tasting the exceptionally sweet fruit, a greedy and wicked thought entered his wife's mind. She told her husband, "If these fruits are so sweet, imagine how sweet the heart of the monkey who eats them every day must be. I must eat his heart. It will surely grant me eternal youth and power. You must bring him to me." The crocodile was horrified. The monkey was his friend. He refused, but his wife was relentless. She pretended to be gravely ill, moaning that only a monkey's heart could cure her. Torn between his friendship and his wife's demands, the crocodile finally, and very reluctantly, agreed. The next day, he went to the riverbank with a heavy heart. He called out to the monkey, "My friend, my wife and I are so grateful for your kindness. We want to invite you to our home for a grand feast to thank you properly. Hop on my back, and I'll give you a ride across the river." The monkey was touched by the offer. He had never seen the other side of the river and was excited for the adventure. Without a second thought, he jumped onto the crocodile's rough back, and they set off. The water was calm, and the sun was warm. The monkey was enjoying the ride, chattering away happily. But as they reached the middle of the river, where the water was deepest and the current strongest, the crocodile began to slow down. He started to sink a little lower into the water. The monkey felt a shiver of unease. "Why are we stopping, my friend? And why are you sinking?" he asked nervously. The crocodile, unable to hide his deceit any longer, finally confessed the terrible truth. "I am so sorry, my friend," he said, his voice filled with regret. "But I cannot take you to a feast. My wife is sick, and she believes only your heart can save her. I must take your heart to her." The monkey's world stopped. He was in the middle of a massive river, on the back of a creature, planning to kill him. Panic began to rise, but then his clever mind kicked in. He knew that fear would be his end. He had to think, and think fast. Instead of screaming or struggling, the monkey forced a laugh. It sounded a bit shaky, but it was a laugh nonetheless. "Oh, you silly crocodile!" he exclaimed. "Why didn't you tell me this before we left? You went through all this trouble for nothing. We monkeys don't carry our hearts around with us. It's too heavy to swing through the trees with." "I left my heart back on the tree, hanging on the highest branch for safekeeping." The crocodile, not being the sharpest creature in the river, was stunned. "You left your heart on the tree?" he asked, completely bewildered. "Of course," said the monkey confidently. "It's common practice. If you really need it, we must go back and get it. Turn around and swim as fast as you can. We can't keep your poor wife waiting." Completely fooled by the monkey's calm and convincing tale, the crocodile believed every word. The thought of his wife spurred him on. He turned around and paddled furiously back towards the riverbank they had just left. The moment his back touched the shore, the clever monkey leaped off in a flash. He scurried up his favorite tree, climbing to the highest branch, safe and sound. From his perch, he looked down at the waiting crocodile. "You foolish crocodile!" he shouted. "Did you really think I'd leave my heart behind? It's right here, beating in my chest, and it's thanks to my brain that it's still there. You tried to betray my friendship for your own selfish reasons. Go now, and never return. Our friendship is over." The crocodile stared in disbelief. He had been tricked. He realized too late that the monkey's quick thinking had completely overpowered his own brute strength. Ashamed and defeated, he slowly sank back into the water and swam away, having learned a very hard lesson. And so, the story of the clever monkey and the foolish crocodile teaches us a timeless moral. A calm mind and quick intelligence are far more powerful than physical strength. When faced with danger, keeping your cool and thinking clearly can be your greatest weapon. It's not always the biggest or the strongest who wins, but the smartest. What do you think? Have you ever used your wits to get out of a tough spot? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching! And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales of wisdom. See you next time!